I turned 26 this month, and this realization hit me. I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be 10 years ago. A 16-year-old me knew what she wanted, knew where she wanted to go, and who she wanted to be. She had life figured out in a straight, direct line with no room for mistake or diversion. We're all pretending that we have it figured out, whilst in reality we have no effing idea what kind of life we're supposed to be living. We see each other pretending, so we start pretending even harder. We see a pretty picture on someone else's feed and we work our hardest to make our picture even prettier. No, I can't let anyone see my vulnerable side. I can't let anyone know that I'm having trouble sleeping because of the constant flow of thoughts infiltrating my brain. Am I on the right path? Is this what I want to do? Every single one of us pondered over these questions. We are often presented with an idea that life is supposed to go in a straight line. Once you're on that line, you just have to walk it, climbing up the ladder and never deviating from the path decades later. You can't go back, you can't go sideways. You have to make a choice when you're 16, choose a better school, choose a major, choose a university, choose an internship, choose a best paying job. How are you supposed to know what you want in life when you are 16? You haven't even had a chance to live. I am so happy we grow up and change because I wouldn't want to be my 16-year-old self again. And so you convince yourself that you can only do one thing and have one chance to do it. No matter how miserable or unsure in your choices you become later in life, you can't change. It's too late. You've already put in so much work. You're paying a huge debt for the university. You have to keep going. It's that do or die attitude. Have you ever seen a heart rate graph, an electrocardiogram? Your life has the same pattern. It goes up and down and straight and changes again. When the line straightens, you die. You already have everything you need in your life. You have your head, your body, time, opportunities. Nobody knows you better than you. You are the only person who knows who you are, what you want, and what you can. You can't do exactly the same thing and expect a different result. To move forward, to become better, you need to figure out new ways, new things, new steps to take in order to take you to a place where you've never been to. You don't need the talent or to be better than anyone else. You just need new experiences. Those who are simply talented don't always achieve success. Success is achieved by those who keep exploring their life and keep making new mistakes and, most importantly, keep going. Stop demonizing failures and mistakes. Stop telling yourself that if you fail, you have no other chance. As long as you keep moving and keep living, you have on average 27,000 amount of chances every day of your life. It's okay to change your mind now. It's okay to change your mind later in life. It's not a choice of what you like and what's easy, but it's the pain you're willing to sustain to get something and keep it. Is what you're trying to achieve worth the pain and struggle? Anything you try to do in life becomes the balancing act between the enjoyment and pain. If you choose the straight line and end up in a career that doesn't fulfill you, that's your trade-off. That's the pain you have to balance out. When you are taking a winding road and enter the unknown in exploration, that's another type of trade-off. Life is never static. Your interests, your passions, your opinions may change. Why do you try to force yourself to stay on that straight line just because it seems slightly safer than trying something new? You have time. You might think that it's too late. Someone became a millionaire by 16, someone got married and had kids by 25, someone always has it easy, and there you are, almost 20, 30, 40, or 50, and still lost at where to go. Yeah, there are the lucky ones. There are the ones who were born in the right family, or those who got their lucky break at a very young age, those who were at the right place at the right time. But you also don't know the struggles they went through. You don't know whether they're happy. You don't know what goes behind that pretty picture you see on the internet. Yes, we'll look at the pretty picture of someone's life and think, why can't I have the same? But the thing is, if you had the same, chances are you still wouldn't be happy. It's not a matter of how much you have, but your attitude towards what you have. I used to cry before each birthday because I felt such immense depression and anxiety from becoming older. I looked at people around, I looked at lives of others on social media, at lives of those who have it all handled, and thought that I'm not worthy. I'm lost, I'm broken, I'm not walking the path I've outlined for myself in the past. But what is the right path? What is a perfect job or a perfect career? What is a perfect human being? They do not exist. Perhaps the meaning of life is simply in living. If you want to make your life a work of art and constantly search for the new thing you want to do, so be it. And if you want to live a simple life where you have time for friends, family, stable job, and comfortable home, so be it. And look at it this way. Yes, you might have reached a certain age, but you still have a lot of time. Thing is, whether you decide to change or not, no matter what age you are right now, you will get older anyhow. Life will continue, no matter whether you go in a straight line or take a winding road. You will have to keep walking regardless, and only you can choose what risks you're willing to take. Everyone chooses the path that works for them, but it doesn't mean that what worked for you yesterday will work for you tomorrow. We live in such a fast-paced world where the society, our lives, and progress change at an incredibly high speed, yet we insist that we need to receive the same education we did 50 years ago and follow the same straight career path our parents and grandparents did. The thing is, some of the jobs that exist right now might become redundant in 20 years. The same way in 20 years we might be introduced to jobs which do not exist in our current reality. And then, at some point, you will have to ask yourself, what is it that makes you happy? What is it that you want to achieve in life? And you will realize that you don't have to take part in the rat race. You don't have to compete or become number one or to be the richest, most successful, and most talented person in the room. My 16-year-old self would flip out if she heard me saying this, but I'm happy I'm not 16 anymore. I'm happy that I realized that life is not a competition. It's about listening to your own heart, trying new things, and walking your own path without so much as a care for who else did what. You can be just you. Pursue what you want for your own sake. Create just to create. Experiment with your life, your career, and your goals just to try life out. But nobody tells us that if we fail, that's also okay. No one tells us that having enough is good enough. You have to go through ups and downs. Life doesn't go up in a straight line. It's just a reality. Even the happiest person experiences loss, anxiety, or fear at some point. That's fine. You have to keep living. Life is not about becoming someone and pushing yourself into a specific box. It's about discovering who you are and letting that part of you blossom. Your own values is what decides what kind of person you are, what kind of people you keep around you, what kind of decisions you make in life. Humans always sought out guidance in the face of our parents or authority figure or teachers. These people shaped our knowledge, and as a kid, you only knew things your predecessors knew. What's being passed on to you hasn't been customized for you or for the world you're living in right now. It's important to have your own set of values based on the person you've become in the world you're living in right now. Stop feeling guilt for not fulfilling your own or your parents' or society's expectations. There are no rules. As long as you are not hurting yourself or others, no one can tell you that what you're doing is wrong and doesn't matter. Also, remember that as motivational and as good as it sounds, taking action, making change, and choosing a different path shouldn't compromise your safety and basic necessities in your life. Take a leap and make a change not to become the richest of the rich, or most successful, or most famous. Take action to turn your life for the better, the action you are afraid to take, the action that is mindful and filled with self-awareness. Don't stop yourself from taking action just because of fear or insecurities or potential failure. You have thousands of chances. Find the things that are uncompromisable for you, the things that you want and need no matter what, that make you you and allow you to live the life that you want to live, and experiment with everything else. You have more time and resources than you think. Every day is a new beginning and an opportunity to rewrite your life story. And remember, if you're feeling lost right now, that means you are moving somewhere. Those who are not moving cannot be lost.